Welcome back to a dungeons video. I'm doing more archer stuff because I'm an archer and I play dungeons. So today I'm going to be comparing two dungeon bows that we've got. We've got the machine gun bow and the spirit bow. So now this is the second time I'm recording this because, like the smart person I am, I hit the mute button on accident. So I've already actually thrown my machine gun bow up on the auction house to sell it. It kind of spoils the video, but yeah. So I'm comparing this bow, the maxed machine gun bow. You can't really see, but it's 5-star. Legendary, recombobulated, spirit reforge on it, fuming hot potato books, everything. Go buy this if you want one, by the way. Pretty good. And we're comparing it against this spirit bow, which is also pretty good. This one you can't 5-star, but I recombobulated it, put spiritual on it, put power 6. I didn't put infinite quiver 10 on it because I have skeleton master, which doesn't consume arrows, but it probably does up my gear score if I put infinite quiver 10 on it, so I might do that later. But I'm broke because this bow cost me at least 18 million. It's cost 3 mil just to buy it and then recombobulate it and then hot potato book, fuming hot potatoes. It's a mess. It's a mess. And yeah, so here's some clips comparing the machine gun bow to the spirit bow. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and start with the hub, just test the damage in the regular old hub. The machine gun bow did 27,000 damage, but the spirit bow did 70,000. Like, that's insane. That's way better than Runin's. Probably better than the Mosquito. I don't have a Mosquito, so I can't really test it, but I'm sure it's better. And while I was doing this, I realized I hadn't put hot potato books on my spirit bow, and it still did a solid 43,000 more damage. So I dropped my bank another 5 million coins and bought some hot potato books. So now you can see they're both fully maxed, and we're testing both the damage again. Machine gun bow, once again, does 27.9 thousand damage. And spirit bow does 84,000. That's another 14,000 damage just from hot potato books. That is ridiculous. Almost 85,000. This bow is insane. Alright, so here I hopped into a dungeon with a random party. Alright, here's my first damage test. Machine gun bow, 330,000. Spirit bow, against a different mob with more defense, still does more damage, even though the mob had more defense. So while I was testing damage, all of a sudden my whole team is gone. And I wasn't really paying attention, but here you go. You see, Spirit Bow does 793,000 damage. And let me just solo this Shadow Assassin real quick. You can see I'm doing so much damage. With a limb shot, I did 122k, 190k right there, without charging the bow. So I decided to do a bunch of puzzles to get my damage up with buffs and stuff, just to see how much damage I could do towards the end. And so here, machine gun bow, 444,000, spirit bow, 1 million damage. It's insane. Okay, so here's on the same mob. Machine gun bow, 450, spirit bow, 1.1 million damage. That's 650,000 more damage. That's over double the damage. You can see my bone ring only did 770,000. Alright, so as you can see, this bow was doing insane damage. I got up to like 1.9 million damage almost on the lowest defense mobs. And there was that one random shot that did 5 million damage. I really don't know how that happened. It had to be something like a ring of love. Like, it must have been the 1 in 100 where it did 100% plus damage, and then probably made that 100% base damage, and then applied the dungeon bonus on it or something like that. So it just did a stupid amount of damage, but 5 million. But yeah, 1.9 million was the consistent damage that I was doing. And this bow is just insane. With my machine gun bow, I never got up to 1 million, like, ever. And this thing is almost hitting 2 million. Like, this is a really good bow, especially for the ability. So I'm gonna have to get me just like a cheap old rare one, just to use the ability, because you gain so much mana, and the knockback is really good, and you still get the arrow damage, because arrow damage isn't dependent on the bow, it's just dependent on the last shot you did. It's really good. Spiritual spirit bow. It's hard to say. Anyway, so if you've got 3.5 million coins, go ahead and buy yourself one of these, because it's insane. You gotta get yourself one. You don't have to put power 6 on it, or spiritual, or recombobulate it. It's still gonna be a really good bow. And yeah, with that, thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Yeah.